Okay, you might find a little puddle of water right here, so we're going to replace the cartridge. The first thing you want to do is turn off the water to the faucet. And both the valves, there's two valves. They're both underneath here, and if you can't see it on the, right down here and here, I have a rubber band on each of them. Turn them both clockwise till they stop. And that turns the water off. And once you've done that, relieve the pressure by lifting up the faucet handle. You'll find there's no water coming out. Then use a little screwdriver, pop off this little cover that covers up the screw that holds the top on. Underneath here, if you lift up and look inside, you'll see a little Allen head screw in there. Put this Allen wrench on there, turn it off, back it off a little bit, and then lift up, and this will slide out. By the way, I just dropped the Allen wrench. It might be a good idea to put a rag over the drain holes so you don't lose any parts down there. After that's off, there's two little plastic clips that you'll see here. Either lift this whole thing off and this white ring will come out with it. If it doesn't, just flip those in and they'll come right off. Set that off to the side, and this is the cartridge that you'll find inside. There's 3 screws. You'll back the 3 screws out. And after the 3 screws are loosened all the way, the cartridge will lift out. Then you got to take them all the way out. Now the cartridge comes out. 3 screws will come with it. You take the 3 screws out, set them on the side, and that's the whole unit. You can see this is why it's leaking. It's cracked. Just took too much abuse over the years. So the new one, you can use the sponge to clean the water out of here. Food in there. Anyway, get the water out, take the new one, drop it back in the hole, and reverse the process. We'll just screw it down. One thing that's kind of important with this is when you're, you'll see the orientation. These will orient to the holes inside. It's pretty obvious. There's 3 little spots where the screws go in. If you just look inside and you start that down in the one, you'll feel that it'll go in pretty easily if it catches properly. So that went in easily. The next 3. The important thing is that when you tighten these, don't just tighten one, then tighten the others. Bring them all down snug and then tighten them in series so the pressure goes down evenly all the way around. Think we need to put the whole thing back together? Yeah, might as well. So I've just lightly snugged these 3 now. Now I'll make this one a little tighter, that one a little tighter, that one a little tighter. They don't need to be real tight, just nice and firm. And then the escutcheon will go back on. It just slips over. The handle goes back on. You look inside, find that little Allen head screw. Tighten it down. I'm going to leave it loose because you'll be taking it off. And then this little cover goes back in the hole. I might as well leave the cover off as well. And then when you're done, you can just plug it back in. You won't have to think about taking it off. And then you can turn the water back on underneath, and you shouldn't have any leaks when you're done. Remember, there's a rubber band on each of the valves below the sink, the cold and hot. So just turn the ones off that have the rubber band on them. Done.